Hello, and welcome to Getting to Know Your Friends, the podcast where we get to know my friends, but they'll maybe become your friends too. I'm your host, Zach Rowland, and today on the show we've got Kristen Bredemeier.
Sweet.
Yeah, I like
friends.
this. This is nice. I like that. I've never had anybody go that route before. This is good.
Congratulate themselves.
Yeah. What is that
People
like?
really don't do that much anymore.
Wizard of Oz. I remember that in like the kids in Wizard of Oz. Remember that in the Munchkins?
Okay, that's the Lollipop Guild, and that's totally different than. This is like, I win. I don't know where this came from. Are people usually holding something?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's crazy. Well, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So we're friends.
We are friends.
Woo!
I'm here to admit.
Yeah, thank you.
We're friends.
Finally, you've admitted it. Because I've been asking you for a long time whether or not we're friends. And
I've
you
been
just,
resisting
you
for a long
ignore
time.
me every time.
Yes.
I don't
Shut up, Zach.
get it. I'll stop asking now that it's official.
Right, it's official.
Okay, so I want to get to know you so much, and I gotta start at the beginning.
Okay.
I want to know where you, Kristen, were born.
I, Kristen, was born in Kansas City.
Kansas
Up in
City,
the Northland.
Kansas, Missouri.
Missouri, yes,
Okay,
in the Northland.
you're in the KC Mo side.
The Mo side.
All right, and that's is that how they say it? Up
Yeah,
there?
they do.
They go, I'm on the Mo side.
I'm a Mo sider.
I'm a Mo sider. I know what the
We
Kansas
drink
people would
mimosas.
say. Mimosas. So you were born in KC Mo,
Yes.
in the Northland,
In the Northland.
and you've lived there all your life.
More or less.
Okay.
I did leave.
Take us through.
Yeah. I lived there when I was a kid.
Elementary
school.
school.
Yes.
Adolescence.
Yes.
Yeah. High school. Let's start at
Check 'em
high
out.
school.
Yes.
Where'd you go to high school?
Oh, I went to Park Hill High School.
You went to Park Hill.
Do you know people from there?
I don't know people from Park Hill.
Okay,
I just know Park Hill. I applied to be a teacher there on multiple occasions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I would have never been your teacher.
No.
I'm not that old.
No,
But
maybe like my younger brother, maybe.
Sure.
Whatever.
Something.
Anyway.
Yeah. But I know Park Hill. So
Yes.
okay, great.
And then after that, I decided to go to college in Iowa.
Iowa.
So I went to Iowa State University,
Okay.
which is in Ames.
Mhm.
That's like half hour north of Des Moines,
Okay.
right in the middle of the state.
Yeah.
And I stuck around there a couple years after I graduated just to work some temporary jobs. Got tired of Iowa, moved back to Kansas City. It was supposed to be temporary while I figured out what to do next, but it's been almost 3 years now. So
Oh. Hey, temporary can be as long as temporary needs to be.
temporary is, yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, all right, so let's backtrack just a little bit and let's talk about high school. Because elementary school and middle school, like, not too much to
Yeah.
remember, and it's weird and awkward times. And,
Terrible.
Whatevs.
Weird.
So, in high school, what'd you do? What were you into?
I was pretty nerdy.
Mm-hmm. Nerdy in what sense?
That's what I was. Yeah, because there's lots of facets of nerdery.
Oh, yeah.
I was definitely very shy and nerdy in that I always did really well in school and I did my homework. Granted, I procrastinated, but I always did it. I always did well. I really wanted to do well and get A's, so I was very concerned with that.
Yeah.
And I was in band all 4 years. But at my school, band wasn't... It was actually, like... It wasn't a terrible thing to do.
Mine too.
Yeah, because, people were in sports and band.
Yeah.
And the slackers were in band, too.
Yeah, it was one of those high schools, and I think you probably had a similar experience where...
Was it pretty big?
Yeah, it was pretty big, and people could do different clubs and different things.
Yes.
Like, we had guys who would play football but also did plays,
Yeah.
and we did people who did band but also did, debate team.
Exactly.
And everybody was kind of everywhere.
There weren't, like, those cliche...
Yeah, you can
groups,
only
but-
do this. You can only do
Those
that.
are the jocks. Those are the bitches.
Yes.
Those are the... Oops, sorry, I don't know if I'm
No,
supposed
you
to
can
say that.
you can
Okay,
say
good.
bitches. We can say bitches.
Good, let's say
Bitches all day. Yeah.
All day.
All day bitches. So yeah, I think that's great. So
Yes.
you were kind of just did band and some other things here and
I played
there.
tennis, too.
Tennis?
Yeah.
So you were active?
Yeah.
Cool.
I was involved.
Do you remember prom?
I do.
Mm-hmm. Good experience, bad experience?
It was an alright experience. I actually did not go to any school dances until my senior year.
Really?
So,
Why?
Well, I said I was very shy.
Okay.
So nobody ever asked me to
Interesting.
like homecoming or to prom, and then the one where the girls asked the guys. I had no confidence to ask a dude because nobody had ever asked me.
But you had guy friends, right? I mean,
I
you didn't
had like guy acquaintances. It wasn't until like the second half of high school that I really had like a solid group of friends where there were a lot of guys, a lot of girls. So
you guys were coming like out of your shell. So years.
It was like
sure.
End of my sophomore year and then into junior and senior years when I like snapped out of it. So, or just kind of figured out life.
Yeah, it kind of, you get it a little bit more, like, you're like, all right, I get who's going to be really, like, more loyal as a friend, and I can rely on these people, I can trust these, but it still is tough, though. I remember having multiple occasions where I thought people were my friends, and then... Yeah,
you kind of, like, hopped around. Did you have, like, one best friend, and then...
Yeah.
And then a couple best friends,
but there was, like, I had a best friend that I was, like, ashamed of.
Oh,
you know, like, because, like, I really liked that person, but nobody else liked that person.
Okay.
And the person that was my best friend at the time when I was, like, a junior.
Did you, like, grow up together?
No, we really didn't grow up together. We just smoked a lot of weed together.
Okay.
And so we bonded over...
I get you, man.
Yeah. Like,
I get you, too.
Well, and his parents, like, he was an only child, and I became, like, his other brother.
Okay.
And so his parents took care of me like I was their son, and they had 2 children, and they gave me...
always at each
all
other's
kinds
places.
of stuff. Yeah. Well, I was always at his place. He was never at mine because we weren't allowed to smoke it at my place.
So why would you go there?
At his place because we would smoke cigarettes in his bedroom. I mean, it honestly looked like a 40-year-old man lived in his bedroom. There were cigarette butts everywhere. Wow. Anyway, that's enough about that.
Different. So different.
So anyway, but prom wasn't a bad experience then.
It wasn't. I ended up just going. I almost didn't go. One of my best friends at the time and to this day, even though I always tell him things that are hateful because I think it's funny.
Yeah.
But we're best friends.
That's good.
He asked me in this really extravagant way, which was kind of a thing at my high school, but I have heard from other people it wasn't so much of a big deal. Like, people wouldn't do something to ask, they would just walk up and ask somebody.
What happened?
He actually, fun fact, he called into a radio station and told this story and won tickets because they felt bad for him.
Oh. They felt, okay, so good way to preface the story.
Well, he like made some pancakes and spelled like prom on them and chocolate chips, and then he set up a table in my front yard with some chairs and pancakes and like a light or candle or something, and then like called or knocked, and I came outside and he asked me to prom and I said no.
You said no?
This
is a John Hughes moment.
Yeah, but it was him. It was that friend.
Oh my god.
He's great, but I was also like hung up on some other dude. I was like, maybe he'll ask me.
They never ask. No, they never ask.
So he asked somebody else, and then
did they say no?
I don't remember.
So you didn't...
He's gonna kill me.
Wow.
He knows.
He knows. What a poor guy.
He ended up going with somebody, though.
Okay. So, but you went, you just felt like...
Yeah, I didn't go with anybody that I liked or anything. It wasn't magical.
Okay.
It was fine.
That's all right. I think it was we had junior prom and senior prom, I guess.
So wait.
Yeah. But like I remember like my senior prom, we ended up going with this kid who was like we were in a group of people, and this guy was a freshman, was there, and he couldn't afford to pay for the meal that we went to this really fancy restaurant.
Ugh.
And he couldn't afford to pay so he ended up paying for just his date to eat, and he didn't eat.
Oh my god.
And he's like, I'll just snack on the bread. And he had to ask for like 3 rounds of bread, and they were these like little bitty like artisan breads, and he didn't eat anything.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it was weird.
That's a very sweet thing to do, but also you made it sound like he was kind of not that sweet.
No, he was not sweet.
Okay.
Like, he was not. He tried to be a sweet person, but we soon found out he was not so sweet.
Well, he very well could have just made her pay for her own meals.
Yeah, he could have, I guess, but in the tradition of prom, he didn't. So.
That's interesting.
So what was Iowa like?
Iowa was great.
Mm-hmm. When you were in school?
Yeah. People from Iowa really love Iowa.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the people I don't know. A lot of the people I know went back to where they were from or moved to, like, Des Moines.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. It was great. I just kind of, I didn't have that I'm from here sense of attachment.
Yeah.
So I kind of got tired of it. But the school was just like any other school. I mean, there were maybe some more farm kids than other places.
Cyclones?
Cyclones.
Yeah.
I'm not really big on, like, school spirit and, like...
I couldn't tell from high school.
Right.
I would have never guessed that you weren't on, like, the spirit squad.
Spirit squad?
Yeah.
Spirit squad.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I went to all the games and stuff because I was dating somebody who was really into it. So I was like, yeah, I'll go. And, I don't know. Like, I don't keep up with the teams and, I don't know.
Sure.
I went there, but...
I barely kept up with stuff when I was at KU, but when I was at KU, it was the year that their basketball team and football team both won, like, national championships, and so it was huge. Yeah. Best party year in that school's ever had. Like, it was like Party Central every day. I didn't learn a thing. Like, I didn't learn anything.
A thing.
I was too busy being partied out.
But
yeah.
I
did learn a lot.
I didn't do a whole lot of partying until, maybe towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
Still, though, in the couple years after college, I've done way more partying.
Oh, interesting.
But it's probably, even in high school, I didn't drink, didn't smoke. I think it's always just, like, the people that you hang around. So I had a really tight-knit group of nerd friends in high school, and then I hung out with engineers in college.
Yeah, I was going to say, what took you to Iowa? Like, what did you go there to get a degree in?
I went there I was looking at good science schools, so I went there for biology and animal ecology. So, big surprise. Anybody who knows me, like, the first thing they know is that I like animals.
No, not just animals, birds.
Birds came later, but animals have always been there. So, yes, birds is very true.
Yeah.
No, but what were we talking about?
Well, your degree.
My degree.
Iowa.
Yeah, so I had a list of schools, and, I talked to my tennis coach about it, and he was from Iowa and had good things to say about Iowa State.
If he's from Iowa, he loves Iowa.
And I've realized this now. I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to, like, in-depth investigate every option that I have before I make the decision. I like to find one I like, maybe take a look at a couple others, but if I like it, I go with it.
I understand that.
So I toured Iowa State. I liked it, and I went there.
That's it. That's all you gotta do.
I just wanted to go out of state, so.
I wish I would have done more investigation and not, like, necessarily. I'd say I followed a girl to KU, but, like, I had no desire to go to KU before I dated the girl that went to KU. And I loved KU when I got there because it was fun, and I got into a fun program, but before that, I just had no desire. I had no desire to go to college. Up until
really?
That point. Yeah.
So did she pressure you to...
Yeah.
Did she fill out the applications for you?
Pretty much. Yeah.
You're one of those guys.
Yeah. So I was one of those guys.
Sorry.
No. I still from time to time I can be pressured into things.
Good to know.
No. Yeah, right. But no, it was weird because I didn't have a desire to go to college at all, and then I found myself in college, and I never felt intelligent, and so I didn't just feel like I deserved to go to college. And then I got there, and finally, like, something just burst open, and that stigma of me not being smart was, like, lifted, and I just gained so much knowledge, and I was incredible.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Did it have to do with being interested in what you were studying?
Partially.
Like, you kind of found what you were good at, and you're like, oh, I am smart. I just didn't care about the other stuff.
Partially, that's really what it was, and then the desire to grow up and learn became apparent.
That's weird. That's kind of opposite from some people, though, who get to college and just hit a wall and...
Yep, that's it. They find their job, they find their groove, they do their thing. Yeah, like
or they just quit college.
Or that happens too. So so you stuck around there for a little while.
Yes.
And then you migrated back.
Came back
to Kansas City. Because you couldn't get away from the Wizard of Oz. Really,
no, I don't.
Yeah. Even though you're from the Mo.
Right, from the Mo.
From the Mo, I'm just saying, like, Kansas City, like,
it's ridiculous. It reminds me, I was just at the Kansas City airport, And at the gift shops, they have cow tipping shirts.
Really?
I'm like, come on. This is in Iowa.
Yeah.
Do that in Iowa. Have corn shirts and cow shirts, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't know anybody who grew up cow tipping in Kansas City.
Nobody did. I've never tipped a cow.
Nope, I don't think I have.
No. I won't even get close to a cow. Can I tell you this? I have a fucking phobia of
cows.
Yes. I think they are the slowest moving, dangerous animal.
What makes you think they're dangerous?
Think about it. You're driving like 90 miles an hour down the highway, and you don't see a cow. Okay, just think about it. You're driving 65 miles down the highway.
A little faster than that. No, okay,
anyway,
we're driving.
But you get a cow. They're so heavy, and they don't move for you. Like, it's just, they're like trains, and I have a fear of trains too. So.
Wow.
Big, slow-moving things.
Let it out. Just let it out.
Saying.
Big, slow. Okay, I mean, I guess I haven't really seen cows crossing highways, so I'm not worried about that.
You haven't been where I've been.
Apparently not. But I've been all over Iowa.
There's not a lot of cows crossing highways up there?
Usually farmers have fences. I mean, maybe they'll cross a gravel road or something, but...
you're not going as fast down a gravel road.
No.
That's fishtail.
Probably because the gravel roads I've been on, I've been looking for birds, so... like, slow
Is that
down
your bird
a
look?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I learned how to bird while driving.
Oh.
From, like, one of the best.
Yeah. So. For the people that that can't see the video and they listen to it, it's just Kristen moving her head left and right looking for birds. Just
or bird
she's
nests.
on a gravel road.
Yeah.
If you find a nest, do you hang out for a while and...
Try to get in it? No, I don't. I don't know where you're going with that. What do you mean hang out? Hang out with the bird?
No, I mean like you're like, ooh, a nest! And then you like pull over to the side of the road and you like wait patiently and you're like, I can't wait to see what comes back here.
Oh, okay, interesting. So maybe I would hang out to try to identify the nest.
Yeah.
Based on where it was.
Yeah.
Or see, we were actually like doing a survey trying to document what birds were breeding in what county. Mm-hmm. So if you saw a nest and you saw a bird of that species actively using the nest, you could confirm that they were breeding there. So,
wow,
getting nerdy, but yes,
super
sometimes
nerdy.
you do hang out.
Yeah,
yeah.
You guys chill together.
Yeah,
even the birds, huh?
Oh yeah.
That expression, it's for the birds. It's also for Kristen.
For the me's. Okay, though, really quick, back to the cow thing.
Oh yeah.
I've actually stuck my hand inside of a cow.
What?
Not in the butt. Okay, that people do that like in vet
Where
school.
else is it gonna go?
That's the fun part. But also weird. It was at the veterinary teaching hospital. They had a cow that they had put, like, I guess some kind of rubber bag thing and then a seal around this hole in its side so you could actually stick your hand in there, and so this vet students can kind of
I get it. I'm super weirded out right now.
His name is Pokey.
Okay, no, I'm done. You can't name the cow that you're putting your hand inside of.
Pokey.
Oh my god, that's too much.
It's a
like,
lot.
I watched a dog get like a vasectomy once, but that was strange enough. But like putting your hand in the cow, it's still alive?
Yeah, he's just hanging out.
Poor Pokey.
I
don't even know.
Poor Pokey.
Oh my gosh.
You think a dog getting a vasectomy is gross?
Well, you see the inside parts of things, and I was young.
Yeah.
You know, so
I've seen a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't even know. Anyway.
This is about to get real gross unless you reroute it.
Yeah, we're gonna reroute it.
Better do that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about all the gross stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll get to the gross stuff. So, but all of that, the led you back to Kansas City. That's led you to do a lot of field work, right? A lot of so talk about a little bit. Like, I mean, I know you work with some sort, like the environmental center that you work with now, but like, is that always what you've been doing, or what other kind of stuff? Like you said, you surveyed.
I've done a lot of different animal related things. Mm-hmm. So my first job was actually with a dog groomer, and I did all the dog washing and dried them and brushed them. So awesome. And then I had worked at like a vet clinic, cleaning kennels, and then in college, the best job I've ever had was my wildlife rehabilitation job, where I was actually kind of doing veterinary type things like administering medicine, treating wounds to injured wildlife and stuff. And then I've had some jobs in zoos where I've been cleaning enclosures and training animals. I've worked for the Department of Natural Resources in Iowa, which is where I did a lot of the bird surveys. And I've worked for the Missouri Department of Conservation here, and I worked at a front desk kind of answering questions and directing people. And I've been a naturalist, where I'm kind of like a nature teacher for kids, whether it's like day camps or school programs. So
yeah,
I've done a lot.
That's great.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
I feel well-rounded.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a hell of a way to use, the degree that you go for, because I got my first degree in creative writing, and I'm still piddling with that. Yeah. Well, then I have a degree in teaching, and then that didn't even work out either. So
you teach or you can write, and either one pays a lot. But
either way, you kind of lose. So at least you get to be interactive and in the field with it, and
I do like the active jobs.
Yeah. It makes it so much more satisfying.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't, even when I was
like
working
right now,
in schools,
I have to stand up. No, I'm kidding.
I'm like, I gotta get out of this place. This chair is inviting me. I taught Mammal Merit Badge at a Boy Scout camp.
Wow.
Whenever.
I feel like I've heard you say you're a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Did you get all the way up to
I'm an Eagle Scout. Yeah. All right. I can soar.
What did this mammal badge entail?
We would go on hikes and we would look for tracks.
Nice.
We would talk about different classifications of animals, and like the food chain, a lot of that, and then we would just discuss a lot about different types of animals that the kids liked, and then they had to
how
do
they use the habitats. And
they had to do like papers on how habitats worked, and I don't think we ever got to like breeding or anything like that, but it was mostly just identifying. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was really fun. Anyway, I only got to do it one session because the other previous sessions I was working in the kitchen, which is funny because I've worked in kitchens all my life.
Okay, that's your reoccurring.
Yeah, like I always started at kitchens, and I've not necessarily hated it, but it's not what I want to do.
Because you've done it so much, you can always fall back on that. Yes.
And they gave me the opportunity to teach and do a merit badge, and I was so psyched about it.
Have you thought about teaching cooking? You should write cookbooks.
Write cookbooks.
Creatively.
I'm gonna do all of it. I should have my own cooking show.
No. Yeah, you should, but it should be like wild. What am I trying to say?
Oh, like
game, like cooking
wild
game.
Yeah,
like
interesting.
Like squirrel recipes.
That's funny. Well, my dad has a good squirrel recipe, so I can.
I know some people who can help you get in on that.
Yeah,
so.
my dad's part Blackfoot, so he's all into that. He's very into the native ways of working with food and herbs and spices. Oh yeah, he's great.
That's pretty cool.
I love it. I learned a lot from him. I've actually been, out in the field a lot because of him.
Oh.
Like.
Did he take you hunting and fishing?
Yeah, but I think tracking is fun.
Yes.
Not just hunting, because I don't really want to hurt the animals. Game is
finding them, yes.
Yeah, but tracking and seeing what they're up to and their nesting habits and stuff like that. I think it's really fascinating.
I really think it's the attention to detail that really helps you enjoy being outside.
Yeah.
Because this reminds me of recently, I have been on hikes with groups of people, and I love hiking with other people, but it's so hard for me because a lot of times people go so fast because they just see a trail and they go. But I want to look at the plants, and I want to look for, all the different things, so.
Yeah, the specifics of it all.
I feel like you enjoy it more when you slow down.
You do. You definitely do. And I've been out in the wilderness lots because of Boy Scouts, which has been wonderful. I've been able to hike the Colorado Trail and do all kinds of fun stuff. I never got to go to Philmont, which I'm sad I didn't get to go to Philmont. Philmont's down in New Mexico. It's a camp where you have to basically you backpack hike through New Mexico mountains for I don't know what they're called. The Sierra Nevadas, maybe. No, that's too far north.
I don't know.
I can't remember, but nonetheless, it was fun. So
yeah, I should know, but I don't.
It's okay. Our geography's off tonight. Lightning round.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun. I know,
Can
right?
we get some
have
graphics?
some. Yeah, I need to get some sound effects and some graphics.
Or at least the scene from Back to the Future.
Yeah. Oh, with the lightning strikes. Yeah. Duck. All right. So I'm gonna throw a bunch of questions at you, and you respond accordingly. All right. Christmas cards, yes or no?
No.
I love it.
I love it. No thanks.
Tap water, bottled water.
Tap water.
Tap water.
I refill bottles with tap water.
So do I. And people tell me I shouldn't because I'm going to get cancer. And I'm like,
no, it's good for your teeth.
I like
fluoride.
That. Yeah, good fluoride. Least favorite microwavable thing?
Plastic.
That's true. It smells awful. Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
Ooh, interesting.
I'd say twice.
Good. That's always good. I know that like nobody can be in love or something. That's a good
what?
thing.
You know how to love. You're so bitter now.
What's going on? Favorite type of material? Like textile material.
Can I tell you what I was going to say first?
Sure.
I was going to say grass. Because I was trying to just... I like to lay in the grass.
Oh, that's so great. Favorite type of material.
I don't even want to change my answer. I'm
no,
stick.
Keep it.
I want to make clothes out of grass.
Keep it. I love it. I
love
it so much.
Grass pants.
Yeah. Last place you traveled to?
Portland and Seattle. I just got back yesterday.
Yeah. That's great. The last time you remember pain. Yeah.
I got my feelings hurt a couple days ago, so that's it. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And I have some bruises from sitting on an airplane.
There we go.
So there's both kinds.
Yeah, physical and emotional. Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
Both.
Nice. Favorite king?
King?
Yep.
Mufasa?
Mufasa?
Yeah. I'm happy about that answer.
Pride Rock.
Pride Rock.
Give me some.
My happy place.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. Let's see. Combination lock or key lock?
Keys.
Keys, all the way.
Faster.
I love the keys. Yeah. Let's see. Paris or Dubai?
Paris.
Paris. White wine or red wine?
Nowadays it's red.
Ooh.
It's red now.
Room temperature?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Well, cellar temperature, really, but.
I don't have
Who's got a cellar? Who's got a cellar?
We don't have.
We don't have.
You'd think in the Midwest we'd have more cellars.
You would think, Yeah, that's where we're supposed to go whenever tornadoes come. We're supposed to get in the cellar.
Just go down there and drink wine till it's over.
And then your house gets picked up and taken away to a magical, wonderful, colorful Technicolor
and then
land.
you're like, shit, I was in the cellar the whole time and I missed it.
God damn it.
Damn it, Dorothy.
Dorothy? Favorite movie as a child?
I mean, probably The Lion King.
Nice. I like Lion King. It's one of my favorites.
But that's like my second Lion King movie.
No, it's great. Yeah, within a matter of about 2 minutes. Too.
Right.
Balloons or balloon animals?
I'm going to let you answer that.
Balloon animals.
Balloon animals. Duh.
Good stuff. End of lightning round. Oh. Woo! That was great. I think that was one of my most fun lightning rounds. Some of your answers were just
Thank you.
Superb. I really enjoyed
thank
that.
you.
Yeah. So you're doing a lot of stuff with your degree, and you had a chance to really utilize that and be active and in the field.
Yes.
But we became friends through improv.
Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about that experience, because that's something else that you've kind of stumbled upon, which is another like nerdy subculture thing too, right?
So nerdy.
Yeah. So how did you get into all of that?
I think I was always into Saturday Night Live with my friends and watch all the time. So that is what got me interested in improv, even though now I kind of realize, a lot of differences between what I'm doing and what that was or is. But it kind of inspired me to just sometime after college, I looked into the Second City and just wanted to see if they had like workshops or classes so I could just try it, because I never did any acting or anything in high school or college. So I just did a 3-day intensive there.
Wow.
And it was a lot, not having done any kind of theater or acting.
Yeah.
And it was kind of, I still had a lot of barriers up. So
wow.
I think if I were to go back and do it, I I would get a lot more out of it, but it was great.
Yeah, you should. You should look into their intensive. I think you would love it.
It was great. Yeah. And then when I moved back to Kansas City, I was just kind of working to make money, and I was like, I want a new hobby. I should look into improv, and a Google search led me to some classes. And you were my first teacher.
Yeah.
And, it was just kind of snowballed.
Was that level 1?
Level 1
of
for
KC Improv Company's classes?
Yes, it was. Level 1.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna be a New Yorker?
Well, I'm still gonna be doing improv related stuff.
Right, but not in Kansas City.
Well,
that's all right.
Yeah, eventually.
We'll close the door on this.
All right, fair enough.
This improv. Nope, we're not
closing the door.
We're not closing the door.
No. So you came up through the ranks, and I had you in a couple of my classes.
Yep.
And then I started coaching a team that you were on, right?
Yes. Yeah. I think without your push, I don't know that we would have formed a team really, because none of us really knew how to go from the classes to whatever's next, because we didn't really know what was next.
Yeah, not a lot of people do, and that was really, I think that was really important that, that people give people that insight or help them to understand that and kind of just be like, okay, what is next? So you just said hey, I'm interested in coaching you guys if you want to form a team and get into that. You're like, yeah. And so that was really fun.
Almost a year and a half ago. Wait, no, probably about a year ago.
About a year ago. Yeah. And then you guys progressed on and kept going and and eventually made your way into an Underground Throwdown appearance, which was awesome.
Yeah, it was really fun.
But it was still a hell of a show.
Yes,
and
packed
everybody
the
was
house.
Very impressed. You did pack the house.
It was awesome.
I don't know how
Thanks,
you did.
Bredemeier family.
No kidding. You brought 25 people.
I did. That's not even
didn't
exaggerating.
Get to vote, but things happen.
But
no, that's great. So so how has improv helped you? I mean, is it...
Man, I keep telling people, I think everybody would benefit from, even if you just do one improv class or do some warm-ups, I think everybody could find a way that benefits them in either their personal life or their work life. So for me, a lot of what has come of it is just people skills. I've always kind of felt like I've been good with people, but I think it makes it a lot easier to pay attention to people's emotions and their body language and really listen to what people are saying. And that helps professionally and personally.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like a new perspective. And it's really made me a lot more unapologetic about myself and the way I am and things that I say. So that may not always be good, but I kind of I say what I'm thinking, and I don't really hold back too much anymore.
Sure.
So I make a lot more poop jokes now.
Oh, that's okay. I love poop jokes.
Fart jokes.
Yeah, I'll always laugh at a poop joke or a good fart joke.
Me too.
I can't help it. I don't know what it is, but it's just the funniest thing in the world to me.
Maybe people who don't laugh don't because they haven't pooped in a while.
Yeah, that's kind of feel like it is. They're a little stopped up. Your constipation is hurting.
Maybe laughter keeps you regular. Really.
I think it does.
Yeah.
If you're always laughing and the muscles are contracting, I do this when I have emotion. I'm gonna get the shit out by laughing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I laugh a lot.
They should do medical studies on that.
Yeah, I laugh a lot just so I can poop regularly.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure there's a medical study on that. We'll look it up. We'll Google that.
We'll go back to school and do some research.
Yeah, we gotta have some things going on with some research programs. I'm looking for poo documents.
Do you think we can move on from? I mean, not that I want to, but
I feel we can move on. From poo.
I feel like once we get on poo, we're not gonna stop.
No, we can move on from poo. I feel this. I feel this. Yeah. So so what else right now other than work and improv? What other things are going on in your life? Anything fun, interesting? Any new hobbies? I mean, where do you want to go with life? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've been on kind of my quarter life crisis for a couple of years now, and no sign of stopping. So I don't really want to stay in Kansas City. I love it.
Yeah.
And I think it has something to offer for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd maybe come back, but I'm kind of looking for a new adventure. I would love to move to the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where I just got finished visiting.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't know, maybe if I had been to New York or something, I would want to move up there. I don't know. I kind of want to go somewhere else. So
you're really into traveling?
Yeah, I like taking trips. It's nice
Yeah.
to have friends kind of scattered around, because any trips I take, I'm visiting somebody.
Yeah.
So, I like traveling. I've been really into the idea of getting a tattoo lately.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
But remember, I asked you for a recommendation on
Yeah.
where to go, so I want some naturey art on me.
Sure.
Like some cool old botanical print style stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's great, tattooing is becoming such a wonderful outlet and resource for art, and
yes, I just appreciate the
incredible
artwork
nowadays.
of it.
Yeah. Even myself, like, I want more, and I have like all these ideas for stuff, but I'm kind of at this point now where I have to consider a lot of other things. Like, I have tattoos that are very visible.
Yes.
And so it's like, has society shifted enough to where I can continue to work without being judged because of this?
Yeah.
And it's like right there.
Right.
And it hasn't fully pushed its way over to where you see it in the mainstream, like, everything yet. But it's
still jobs are like no visible tattoos.
it's getting close.
Yeah,
it's getting close. So I don't know. I had tattoos when I was working with kids at the middle school that I was at, and they loved it. They were always asking me about
so
tattoos.
cool.
Yeah. And it was just like, oh my gosh, can you get tattoos? Like, does it hurt? And like, yeah, it hurts, I guess. But it really doesn't. It's not that bad.
I mean, I've known you for a while, and I have seen people with tattoos, but I never really wanted one until a couple of months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's been related to this improv, I don't know. I feel more comfortable expressing myself now. I think probably before I never wanted one because I didn't want to be judged for it, or didn't want it to, give me some sort of negative image.
Yeah, or like it's there forever, and then you get old and it gets wrinkly.
So I have a couple of awesome friends who keep reminding me, like, they're forever. And I say, I know, but I don't care.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. And even as technology gets better and better and better, eventually they'll have it to the point where you can get rid of tattoos cheaply if you really, really want to. The thing is too is that over time they fade, so your skin is naturally shedding that out anyway.
Yeah.
And if you want it to stay, you have to get it touched up. Otherwise, it's just gonna get really kind of eh. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't worry about it. Of course,
I'm not worried about it either.
it's those points where I don't take time to get into depth, like you said about looking into other alternatives or other things. I just do it.
I got an idea.
And then
let me think about it. Yeah, it is an awesome idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, that's it.
4 steps.
Does it make me happy? No. Do I like it? Cool. All right. That's it.
Is it hurting anybody else?
Yeah. Yeah. But when it comes to like deciding on food, I'm a mess.
Oh man.
I don't even know. I'm like, I can't I don't know. I can't decide.
You know what? Improv has also helped me be more decisive.
Yes.
And not so much like being able, sometimes it is making a decision on the fly and just like shutting up and making the decision. Yep. But even if I can't do that, I at least give some sort of contributing information. Like, I don't know where I want to eat, but I know that I don't want pizza.
Sure.
Or I know that I want something light.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. At least be helpful in helping the situation move forward.
Nothing worse is I don't care. I really don't care.
Oh, God. I used to be one of those relationships. Being like, well, I don't care. Well, I don't care either. Well, then we obviously neither of us care, so let's just not eat.
Just be productive. Just help something. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not.
You change. You get older.
Yes.
Yeah. Once you get past your quarter life crisis.
I don't think mine's ever going to end.
I used to feel that same way, but I don't know. I feel like
But now you are wiser.
I don't know about wiser, but...
How old are you now?
30.
30, okay.
Yeah. So...
I just turned 26.
Yeah. You'll get out of it, believe me.
All right.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard tumbling out of my 29 and my 30, but when 30
Did you tumble?
I tumbled hard.
Tumbled hard?
Yeah. And then I hit 30 and it was like, wake up!
Right?
Yeah, so...
Wait, you're still poor right now too, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it doesn't change.
Awesome.
Yeah, being poor. So sadly, we're getting close to the end.
Aww.
I know. This has been so entertaining.
I know. I really don't want to. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I know. So flip the script on it. Let's get you asking me some questions. That was great. That was an Italian guy flipping the script.
Oh, no. It was supposed to be a reggae guy.
Oh, my bad. I thought that was...
Flipping the script.
Yeah. Okay.
It was questionable. I just want to know what attracted you to New York so much. Because I know why I'm so attracted to, like, the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, yeah.
But had you gone there a lot?
The very first time I landed there to do a show, I fell in love with it, and that's like the cliche.
Wait, so when was that?
True. 2010.
Okay, that was the first time you'd been there.
Yeah, and it was epic. It was unlike anything I'd ever experienced in my life. I felt like I belonged there. Mm-hmm. I fall into the groove there. Yes. The pace of it all. I do know that I hate to say it this way. I have to adjust my kindness a little bit. Because you can't be too kind to too many people.
Right.
It's hard being a Midwesterner sometimes in a city like that because people will take advantage of your kindness and you have to be
or people will seem like they're being, not necessarily rude, but they're not being polite.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that they're not being polite.
Right. They're being very concise and just like to the point, matter of fact. I've actually
experienced that up in Seattle too. So and my friend was like, "It's just a Midwest thing." And, so you have to be a little more hardened.
You could say that.
More assertive. Unresponsive.
Assertive, unresponsive is good. I was just recently when I was in New York, I had this guy I was standing looking at the subway map and he walked right up to me and was like right here. And I had my headphones in, and I could see him kind of mouthing something. And then I sensed, another guy, kind of creeping around the corner. And I just, I didn't even acknowledge either of them. I just, slightly backed up and just walked fast straight away. Because I don't know what's happening. You have your earbuds in, you're in the subway. People are coming up to you. They're probably asking for money. Mm-hmm. And I'm just I don't have time to deal with you, So you just go.
Acknowledge and say, what? Sorry. Oh, no.
Yeah, don't even acknowledge sometimes. And that's not to be rude.
Yeah.
It's just that, unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, it's people trying to panhandling you, trying to get something from you.
Yeah.
If a tourist is
prey
lost...
on the weak.
Yes, prey on the weak is true.
They chew me up and spit me out there.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. If a tourist is lost or somebody looks like they're confused... then you can offer help or they'll ask you for help. But otherwise, it's just stick to your own, get going. It's a friendly enough city, but it's not like the Midwest where you stay and talk for hours and everybody knows everybody and it's just well,
I'm sure you'll fit right in there.
Oh wow!
If you feel like you belong, then you probably belong.
Yeah,
that's great.
So
that was the question I wanted to ask.
That was it.
Yeah.
Man, been brewing all that time.
Yeah, I mean, there is also a little part of me that does want you to do a choreographed dance.
Oh, yeah, we talked about the choreographed dance, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
I want you to, end on that.
If it was choreographed, then I would have already known the choreograph before it, right?
You don't have a choreographed dance prepared?
I have a choreographed dance. It goes like this. Sheila, Oh, Sheila.
It's a little Garth.
It is a little Garth. I just wanted to make sure you knew. So,
that was good.
Thank you. I worked on that all day today at work.
Wow.
Because I knew it was coming tonight.
Cool.
So
that's great.
Well, Kristen, thank you so much for being on the show. Oh, high five!
That was good.
Oh,
that was a good one.
Solid high five. We don't go out weak here.
No way.
No, we always go out strong. So
strong.
Thank you so much for coming on to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you all for listening and watching, subscribing, doing all the things that you do. Go to the website. That's What is wrong with my website? I'm waving at the audience.
I thought you this was your sign for website.
This is website, y'all.
Go to my website.
Z-prov.com. Yo, yo, yo. Don't add the yo, yo, yo part. And,
we'll edit that out.
Yeah. And thanks to Dale, as always. And thanks to you guys. So, all right. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Cool. Website.